Welcome to the Mundus Fractura Lore Guide. This week on Lore Guide, we will take a look at some of the many fantastical crafting materials native to the planet. Although the metals, plants, and various resources that follow may seem to have magical or psionic ties, they are fundamentally mundane. While some of these materials may be exceedingly rare, exceptionally difficult to obtain, or even byproducts of magical or psionic processes, they are truly of mundane nature. Their independence from the weave and tide is evidenced by the fact that their properties function even in magical and psionic dead zones. This episode, let's start with the minerals and metals of the planet. Abasteel. This naturally occurring steel can be found in seams near lava flows in the deepest levels of Mundus Infra. The metal itself is in all respects identical to a high-quality steel typically used for weapons or armor. The metal is distinct in that it emits a powerful aura of purest evil, which is clearly visible and unmistakably be sensed by all that behold it. Adamantine. Found in ore seams across the planet. Once refined, this highly prized metal is renowned for its durability. Weapons made from the metal are able to take fantastic punishment without breaking, with bladed weapons holding a keen edge for years, even under daily use, while armors made from adamantine protect like none other, defending their wearers from even the most devastating critical hits. Alchemical silver. This chemically treated liquefied silver can be applied to weapons, armor, and all manner of materials, giving metallic finished to non-metallic and metallic objects alike. Household woods and ceramics can be passed off as expensive finery at a fraction of the price. Weapons can be coated, granting silver properties to even wooden clubs. The material is highly prized by demon and monster hunters alike. Aururum. This ore can be alloyed to create a deep purple steel-like metal, which holds the ability to self-repair. Goods, arms, and armors made from this exceedingly rare material cannot be sundered by any power less than those of the hands of gods. Blended quartz. This unusual quartz contains an inclusion of an unknown exotic black metal which veins its way through the crystalline structure. These typically banana-sized crystals are a rare find indeed, occasionally being found in deposits of regular quartz. They are highly prized by arcane practitioners as they aid in the casting of spells. They also are rumored to be integral to the arcane rites of Lichdom. Blue ice. Pockets of this cobalt blue mineral are said to be found only in the most remote extreme altitude valleys of the breathless peaks. When used in the production of armors, they produce a featherweight product similar to mithril, but cold as ice, making the wearer immune to all fire damage. However, constantly subjecting the wearer to temperatures as low as -80 degrees Celsius. Weapons made from this material retain the mithril-like benefits, but with none of the fire or cold properties of armors. Bladed weapons made of blue ice are said to be exceptionally sharp. Cold iron. The primary byproduct of the Abasteel refinement process, cold iron is prized for its ability to harm creatures of the chaotic evil persuasion, such as demons, though this ability comes at the cost of an excessive weight, in excess of double that of mundane steel. Crysteel. These walnut-sized brown crystalline nodules are a peculiar and exceedingly rare byproduct of the production of steel on Mundus. It is unclear as to why they form, but from time to time, these crystal nuggets can be found in slag piles. They are praised by science for their ability to aid in the manifestation of psionic powers. Denidratia. This crystal is found as a powdery residue in the deepest mines. When treated with a series of chemicals known to only the most venerable crystal smiths, this powder grows into glowing crystals. In the hands of masters, these crystals can be grown into suits of armor and weapons that rival the performance of steel, glow with a radiant light, and have the self-repairing properties of aururum. Echian clay. This material is occasionally made into heavy armors, though it is a brittle material when compared to steel. It is prized by sailors and pirates for its buoyancy, as well as protection in battle. Fire brass. This golden bronze metal is a strange alloy made in the time of Artok, whose formula is now long lost to time. It has mithril-like properties, but with slightly less durability. It is coveted by scions of the planet for its ability to aid in the manifestation of psionic powers. Firestone. This cast magma alloy is always crude in its final appearance. When used for armor, the resulting product is an ugly and incredibly heavy suit which damages attackers, radiating waves of heat outwards towards any who strike it. Weapons cast from the material also deal this additional heat damage to anything they strike. Gia steel. This mythical metal is said to be able to trap the souls of any it slays. Grune steel. The dwarves of the Green Mountains mine this material. It imparts a disadvantage to spells that target it. When made into weapons, it somehow is able to transform all damage the weapon would impart to a target to that of magical force-based damage. Kelpru. This bright red metal is somehow attuned to Frumefni Mundus, or Earth Elemental. It has not been found in the world since the Fifth Age. Armors and weapons made from the material are said to have great defensive and offensive abilities against such foes. Pearl steel. Not a steel at all, but rather a type of ammonite, the rare fossilized remains of an ancient sea creature. This pearlescent material grants a freedom of movement to all who don or wield it. Rimfur ice is another rare fossilized material said to be fossilized ice, though it is more accurately the fossilized remains of a specific prehistoric cephalopod trapped in ice. This material glows with the light of a torch when exposed to oxygen. Armors and weapons made from the material grant a boon against cold damage and deal cold damage when struck. Riverine, gold in color, it is metallized water found in the mines north of the Nocturna Hills. Similar to Gruna steel, it somehow is able to transform all damage the weapon would impart to a target to that of magical force-based damage. Further armors made from this metal are able to absorb magical force damage. Rune. Please see Lore Guide episode 31 for more details. Sal Fernan, or Spirit Stone, a tan-colored metal found in the deep southern coastline of Mundus. When mined in the prime material plane, it is known as Sal Fernan and holds the following properties. This metal, which is chilly to the touch, is able to be forged into weapons that can harm the incorporeal. Further armors made from this metal are able to protect from the attacks from incorporeal sources. When mined in the realm of spirit, it is known as Spirit Stone. It holds the exact same properties. However, for reasons unknown, it is twice the weight of its corporeal counterpart. Technetium. This silvery ore can be refined into a lustrous metal. As long-time listeners will know, it is the metal from which all technastai are crafted. If used to craft armor, it can create a suit that deals poison damage to any who strike it. When crafted into bladed weapons and tools, it creates impossibly sharp implements that cut most flesh like butter and also poisons its marks. Unfortunately, technetium is also known to poison its users and has been found to be impractical for regular use despite its benefits. And lastly, we come to void steel. This near-white metal can be found only in the teleportation interstitial plane, though this is not common knowledge on Mundus Fractura. It is said that from time to time it appears in small quantities after a teleportation. when enough can be scavenged to craft either a weapon or armor. The resulting item holds the astounding property of making the attuned wielder or wearer completely immune to the powers of the divine weave. We are not done yet, my friends. Next time, we will complete our review of the fantastic materials of Mundus Fractura. But for now, that is all for this time. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for future lore guides, and thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.